The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through, and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
On the jump.
Throwing to start the drive. Carney. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Let's go
From
now.
the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
70.
Off play action. Carney. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Carney. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's a second down and 4. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll get this to DiMercato. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds was just shy of the 30. 25 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's DeMercado. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. You talk about this Rams defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. That is caught. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down. As they'll wind up getting close to 10 yards there. They only needed 1 on 4th and 1. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The give is to DeMercado. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Byron Young there on the stop. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. A run. It's DeMercado. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
To throw on second down. Carney. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Carney. It's complete. Burks. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Traylon Burks with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. An extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Finding space at the 40. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Running, DiMercado. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively. Come out of the end zone. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Okay, ready? Buffalo 18.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, Carney. And he fires one incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing on 1st down. Carney. He gets this one to Burks. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Rams. Traylon Burks with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. On second down, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing to start the drive. Carney, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A final shot before break. Carney, he's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here's DiMercato, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Murray's throw there, complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Murray. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's DeMercado. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Yeah, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On 1st down, Carney. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the back.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Rondale Moore, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Second and 10. Murray now. Flushed out right. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's more. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Murray now on first down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. We have played 3 quarters. To work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That pass complete to Moore. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll run on first down with Akers. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Tag! Tag the 60! Tag the 60! 70 range! 70 range!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to have it here just past the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Running right on the option is Murray. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of